What context is there to give?
I mean,
He said
you
nothing.
know what? Let's say he said nothing.
And expand scenarios in
You
ways
wouldn't
that
be
writing
wrong.
cannot. A picture is worth 1,000 words after all, and sometimes words can't capture the beauty of art. Although there are trade offs to this, which make each method, comic, manga, versus traditional book writing, balanced in what they have to offer. You can find the power of words within manga, but you aren't likely to get the same amount of words, detail, and depth that you could find within a book, right? These differences are.
No?
I mean, it depends because like with a traditional book, you can describe things in the third person, and depending on how good the author is at describing things, they could create an image that is more worth a drawing to the to the audience. Because with a manga, almost everything comes from what the characters say. You can't really have a narrator say this or that.
I mean, you
Well,
can
you
be
can,
not the.
but it
I
doesn't
think he's
happen
referring
often.
to something like visual storytelling, since there's
Yeah,
images.
he- he's saying that manga should be better at telling stories because you get images and words as opposed to just normal books as just words. But in normal books, people usually or the author usually describes things in a more detailed manner than what a picture might describe.
Mm,
I mean, he says that, but some books do have illustrations alongside just to emphasize what they just described.
Yeah, but not all the way through and not all of
Yeah,
them.
I know.
well, I mean, the images are there for a reason, so it could
I mean, either way, he's wrong.
either way is a pretty baseless.
Why they are so interesting to consume as products. What we have so far, as it concerns story structure, is four circles that live inside of a box, and what I'm about to do is add something into the traditional structure proposed by Brandon Sanderson, since I find it appropriate to do so. These things, in order to stay still and properly form a story, needs to be held together by something so that the ideas of what the four circles are can combine with the methodology of the medium that they are being transmitted through to make a solid story. And just like many things in life, the secret solution is glue. But this glue is called execution and the three P's.
What?
Execution is how something is done. So really,
Wait,
the
why was
proof
this
is in.
suddenly an Inuyasha title card?
He's trying to be dramatic. Can you tell?
Editing.
Editing magic. Execution of the three P's. The four circles on the box. You know, all the stuff you need to know when discussing about how bad One Piece is.
Oh my god, we haven't even gotten to the One Piece yet.
We
We're an
got
hour.
We're an
four.
hour in, and we don't know why
Four.
the fall. Why if One Piece has had a fall?
No, not four. Uh, 13?
Would the hero's journey
13.
count? I guess we would be talking about One Piece.
Like, what? When does he talk about One Piece? Like, when does it say that?
Here. It has to be 13 minutes in. 13 more
Yeah,
minutes in.
we assume it's a hero's journey.
Oh, yeah, that's the assumption. That's the best part. We could
There's
be...
a lot of One Piece panels in that preview, but we don't know. If we just talked about nothing.
Yo, 13 minutes.
Yeah, we
then,
thought we would get an example of One Piece nitpicking,
then
but no, it was about
maybe.
peas.
But what's the quote unquote downfall?
6
We
hours.
we probably won't even know by the time we finish here tonight.
Yeah, we got 3 to 5 more parts left. So,
In the
take
details.
that what you will.
The execution of a story element is often just as important, perhaps even more so, than the idea of that story element, because it's through the execution of an idea that the reader is able to piece together how everything goes down. You could have the greatest idea in the world, but if you aren't able to convey that idea in a proper manner, then it's simply wasted potential, and vice versa. By getting the mechanics down, you are able to bring out the best in everything you do. Execution is a huge contributing factor in the satisfaction that readers feel when an author's idea comes to fruition. Let's give an example of different execution styles of things that could have happened at Marineford. which
Look at
have
this
the
man.
same.
Look at this man. He's. It's like he just saw his baby take his first steps near a minefield.
No.
It's not that. I guess. It's supposed to be impactful, but he's ranting and yelling like
He's really committed.
he really likes. He really likes his piece.
General conclusion, but you'll see through these examples what I mean when I say how something happens is very important.
This man crying.
So here we have situation A. Akainu taunts Whitebeard as Luffy and Ace are running away, causing Ace to make a stupid decision to go back and face
wait. Can you go
Akainu's.
back for a second?
Oh, look at that hair flip.
So here we have situation A. Akainu taunts Whitebeard as Luffy.
Bloodiest man in One Piece.
Oh my god, we're actually
Akainu?
talking about One Piece now.
Oh yeah, we're probably talking about One Piece.
I mean,
An hour and 2 minutes in.
I was here.
I survived the downfall of One Piece.
We did it. Now I can die.
it's like. Oh, I got nothing to compare this to. I was too distracted by Akainu whipping back his hairline.
And Ace are running away, causing Ace to make a stupid decision to go back and face Akainu despite everyone telling Ace to let it go. Akainu and Ace clash, but Ace is no match for Akainu. As Ace is recovering on the ground, Akainu taunts Ace by telling him to watch as he flies over to Luffy to deal the final blow. Ace, in a moment of desperation, races towards and jumps in front of Akainu's blow that is aimed towards his little
Trident.
brother, which causes a
First
fatal wound.
Time he talks
Ace
about
is
One
aimed
Piece. It
towards
is
his little
it is
brother.
the spoiler.
It's the
The
spoiler.
entire series. It is like the biggest one. Wait.
Hey, he did say there'd be spoilers to this.
I mean,
Yeah,
yes.
Just that the first
and-
instance
and-
of One Piece would be the biggest.
And also, there's no reason that an hour into a 6-hour video you haven't gotten this far into One Piece.
Yeah, no, it was just a funny thing. It was just the first thing he talked about was the biggest spoiler in the entire series. It was just a funny thought to me. But yeah.
An hour. I.
Towards
6
and
hours.
jumps in front of Akainu's blow that is aimed towards his little brother, which causes a fatal wound. Ace dies in the arms of his brother as they talk to each other one final time. Luffy mourns the death of his brother and decides to instigate 3D2Y so that the crew can get stronger. Situation B. Luffy frees Ace from his handcuffs at Marineford. The platform collapses. Oh no! Luffy and
Oh,
Ace
hell
are falling
no.
down.
I hope to God, because I don't know if you guys see it, but I think they use the editing script, the 60 frames per second for sentence, 60 frames per minute script. I think that's being implied to this clip, and I hate it. It looks so dog doo doo.
Oh, the animation tweening that happens with the 60 frames per second stuff.
Yes, that.
From the platform.
Yeah, I hate
Oh,
it.
you
As
see
they are about
that?
to land on the ground,
It's
Luffy and Ace
not
are falling
good.
down from the platform.
Ever.
The platform collapses. Oh no! Luffy and Ace are falling down from the platform.
Ew, ew,
As they
ew,
are about to land on the
ridiculous.
ground, Ace forgets to use his Logia powers, tumbling forward and lands on his head, snapping his neck. Snappity snap! Causing himself to die. Luffy, in shock, holds up Ace's body and begins to hug him. Akainu runs over and magma fists Ace's dead body just for good measure, traumatizing Luffy. Luffy mourns the death of his brother and decides to instigate 3D2Y so that the crew can get stronger.
Okay. All
Quite
right.
a big difference,
This
right?
is
The end
terrible.
result,
Hey yo, what?
What just
Oh.
happened?
Three
Okay,
P's.
so-
I think he's saying 3 P's as the 3 possible outcomes. But
Yeah.
what was that image of Ace being ass naked on the floor?
There's a lot of memes of Ace being naked. I don't know why there are. I don't know why I've seen so many. But
Yeah,
it's a thing.
Some
Don't
of
know
them are
why
pretty funny.
this YouTube video just bare man ass. I don't know why he would do that.
Question.
Yes.
What was the point of that? What was the point of this second outcome?
Execution and the 3 P's.
We'll hope he explains it. We pray to God.
Yeah, I think
he'll
it's about
explain it.
execution. Yeah, I think so.
is technically the same in that Ace dies at Marineford, but the manner in which he dies is completely different and is leaving a lot out. There is an inherent difference in the level of quality of each situation for the culmination of an entire decade's worth of writing, which was Marineford. Hopefully you can understand how this matters because execution is inherently connected to the 3 P's, which stand for
I guess.
promises, progress,
Oh,
and payoff.
never mind about that. What was the point of that? Execution? Alright, execution. Yeah, I can see how Ace just breaking his neck after being released would be dumb. But why is this relevant? Because it already happened. I mean,
Why of all alchemies would you think that would be a possible one?
yeah, you have to be head turned 360 degrees, reinserted back into the body, and like continuing off where you were left writing. To at least try something that dumb. Like, who would actually write something like that?
I think I think it would have gone better if he had used an example of something that hasn't happened yet. Like he would have gone with like the ending of Wano and like say, "Oh, the most likely ending," and then go with a different ending, and then like determine. Well, but then no, that none of those things have happened. I don't know.
I mean, this kind of works, but it has to be something at least possible. What type of writing was that?
Yeah, that was like the worst possible outcome. I think that was just the dumbest possible.
And then Sakazuki went
Oh
in
no, I'm sure
and
there's
tried
worse,
to.
but that's one of them.
Sakazuki went in and penetrated him just for good measure. It's like
That doesn't sound like a
listen,
Kainu move.
he saw him.
He's all justice or whatever, and
I would just punch Luffy.
desecrating a body.
Yeah, why would he punch Ace if he's already dead?
Like, oh, that was dumb. Oh,
Help the
Dragon
brothers
Son.
together.
Punch.
Execution does matter, yes, but at least make it somewhat plausible as a.
You gotta double tap A so he
A
doesn't come back
promise
as a
is
zombie.
something that is hinted at or alluded to intentionally by an author to set up expectations for the reader.